BXB. It's in the game!
I'm always excited to experience new video games from the first person perspective that aren't necessarily shooters. So along comes Valley with a slight ecological bent, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. First person, but not necessarily a shooter.
Hey, looks like I missed you. I just wanted to wish you luck before you headed out. I still can't believe you're doing this. I mean, hunting down the... what was it? The life seed?
Indeed, the life seed. It's a slightly odd concept, and here in my review for Valley, well, I'm on a quest for it in this beautiful, desolate, remote world. Now, this remote place, part of Canada, I believe, in the northern reaches, is a lush environment, as you'll see in these videos, and that's one of the things I really liked about this game from Blue Isle Studios. It was its lush beauty, the impressiveness of the graphics and the environment created by Blue Isle is really something else. Considering it's a small indie studio and stuff, I was really swept away to this world and enjoyed my time there from a visual standpoint. Now, in Valley, the main thing you do, as you can see from this instructional video, is you find something called the leaf suit. Now, the leaf suit gives you the ability to run at ridiculous speed and to be able to jump incredible distances, and also to take the life force from animals and life around you, various things like plants, or give it back. And that becomes a fairly integral mechanic. So there's a few core mechanics here in Valley. You have the speed aspect, the life-giving and taking aspect, and the idea of momentum and how it carries you through the world. Now, Valley is ostensibly a mystery, and it's being told to you in flashback from a couple of different perspectives, often found in like voiceovers as historical documents or video, like, you know, taken on old real kind of video recorders and film cameras and things like that. And the story is fine enough, and I actually really liked the sort of momentum-based first-person shooter aspect. The problem is, at certain parts of the game, it relies far too heavily on its first-person shooteriness, and it actually becomes a bit of a traditional first-person shooter in that regard, which is a bit of a bummer because it's certainly not the main draw of this game, especially as the shooting mechanic is kind of poor. The other mechanic, the momentum, is great when you get going, and in the later part of the games is really, really cool. There are like these souped-up, almost like racetrack environments that encourage you to go at tremendous speed and jump great distances, but then they'll throw a curve at you and make you lose all your momentum. And frankly, it's a shame that this mechanic isn't used more throughout the game in the open environment and lets you actually able to, like, you really get the momentum and the sense of speed. And you know, you have to do it in these very specific moments of the game, which is a bit of a bummer. In addition to that, one of the more interesting ideas of the game is that health isn't tied into the individual, into yourself, but into the environment. When you get hurt, you see the environment around you decay and lose its vigor, which you can then give back to it with the suit. And that's where the health is. So it's like this case of you need to use the power of the suit to defend yourself, though I never found it that important because power-ups and you know, the ability to improve the suit was often easy enough to do. So I never found myself short on energy. And to be honest, the game isn't that hard, so I didn't find myself dying that often. I actually had to kind of kill myself just to see the effect it would have on the environment. So hey, it's a cool idea. It's maybe not the best implementation of these ideas, but you've got to love indie developers who come up with these crazy concepts and really sort of embrace them to the maximum. I think Valley actually plays quite well. It certainly looks nice. There's certainly some really kind of eye-catchingly beautiful environments. It's just that towards the end of the game, you know, things start to get a little bit lost and a little bit muddled in the sense that you need to keep this a traditional first-person shooter, which is a shame. I think, you know, Blue Isle, they've gone on from making a horror game to making this game, which is more of a mystery and an exploration-based game. I'm excited to see what comes next from them. I like the world they created here. I actually like the story as it unfolded here. You know, so for me, Valley, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit interesting with some cool ideas. It might not completely play off, but hey, gotta give it to them for trying. 3 out of 5 stars.
BXB. It's in the game!